Hello and welcome to Buckman's Modelmania. Today we're going to be working on the Moomin House issue 61 and it is from D'Agostini. So let's go ahead and get the book open, and I've been looking at things because still a lot of wood furniture to go. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to do the colors on the wood because it doesn't take paint very well, the white pieces. And well, first let's get these out. Got the stairs. We have a desk, and see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This piece is not bad, but all these pieces that are white on one side, these pieces, this white, I don't know if it's paint or what it is, but that coating does not take paint at all. You know, it says do multiple coats, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to put 50 coats of paint on here to make this, to get it to take a color. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to try something new here. Don't know where I put the other, there it is. Just looking for the top here. I'm going to try something different here because a lot of things have been going on with paint pens here lately. So I'm going to do it in this area that's outside. That's not bad. I'm going to see, because sanding all this white off takes a long time. This side looks really good. This side, there you can see exactly what I'm talking about, is splotchy. This side takes the paint just like if it was a regular paint. So, got some experiments to do. Maybe a brown Sharpie. Let's see what this does. No, same thing. That white part, the white does not take paint to save its life. So I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to figure out how to get it colored, because I'm not going to sand everything like I did last time. It's just so much work for that. So what we've got here is the desktop, the middle section, just looking, the right side, the back, the partition, crossbar A, crossbar B, panel side, panel of wooden strips, the shelves here, and I'm just laying them out the way they are on the picture here. Got the left side, back B, and then we have two different kinds of legs. Got legs B and legs A. And these, looking at them, especially like this one right here, I don't know if you can see that strip right there. These look like they're painted rather than this. I think it's like a Formica on here. But I got to figure something out for this because it's so smooth. It's not the wood surface, and it takes forever to sand off. And this will suck out loud trying to sand the whole thing off. So let me go see what that text was, and then I'll be back and we'll start figuring out what we're going to do with these pieces. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've found the perfect combination, because either the paint pen or the Humbrol paint. Humbrol paint here will require a second coat, but if I use the paint pen as a primer coat, it actually works relatively well with the Humbrol paint going over top of it. The only problem is Humbrol paint, it can be very messy, especially when part of the tin has dried up. So, sorry, got an itch on my eye. Let's go ahead and proceed on the build. So first thing that they want you to do is to start working on the next set of staircases. And I think this is actually the first one that has 2 tabs that are going to go in there. It says to put some quick drying glue, or basically super glue, onto the pins, but I don't think that's necessary. I've done that with the other ones and they hold, but once this is in, and this is where it's going to make me eat my words, maybe, yeah, I'm going to have to do something right there because I got that lip sticking up. But what I was going to say is the other ones have all just popped right in there and worked out just fine. But that's how the staircase is going to start. I'll do something to get it pushed in. I'll probably have to pop this back out and then put some super glue in here to get it to stay down. But that's how the stairs are going to go together, the next set. And so the next thing it wants you to do is start working on the desk. Had to look real quick where my glue is. So we've got the partition here, and this middle section, it's going to push in here like this. Actually, I could probably get by without doing any glue, but I will put a little bit of glue on both pieces. Put some right here. And right here. Got way too much on that side. That's the problem with this bottle, is it does not have a small enough nozzle on it. So let's take this here. We're going to slide it in here like this. We're going to get a Q-tip real quick. Not going to worry about the Q-tip because leg A is one of these, and it's actually going to go in here where the glue excess is at. So we're going to just grab as much of the excess as we can from other locations, spread it with the pin vise. Just like that. Let me see, that side's okay. Mostly. Same thing there. Spread that across. Set down the pin vise. The ball here on the leg is going to go down towards the bottom. And the leg, I believe, should be flush. Should be flush at the top and on the front. Just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the back of the partition. Except for this one doesn't, this one's going to stick out a lot more than this one. This one's flush in the front. Actually, let me do this. Throw some glue on the plastic there instead. I'll have to set up another pin vise for just the white or yellow or wood glue, whichever I'm happening to be using at the time. Make sure that is straight still. So put this one on here, again aligning it with the top. making sure it is straight with the side. And it wants you to, where'd they go? This is not good. Let me pause while I find, never mind, found them. Couldn't see these, they were underneath that drawer that was open. Get the right knife here. What they want you to do is cut these apart. And then I'm going to sand the ends real quick. Sand that little bit of nub that's left behind. And so what they want you to do is take these shelves and you're going to put them in these holes. So let me put a little bit of glue in these holes where the tabs are going to go. And then I will put some glue along the edges. The longer side is going to go towards the front, long and short cutouts in the corners. Parallel with the top shelf with the longer cutout in the front. So it's going to go in here like this. Come on. I'm trying not to move the legs while I'm doing it. There we go. What you're looking for is you want it to line up like that. And then this next one, already got glue in the slots. So we'll put some glue on the sides here. We're going to do the same thing, put it in this way, except we don't have to slide it in from the, we don't have to slide it in from the side. We can just kind of slot it down in here. If it will go, there we go. Does not want to go, and I just pushed that leg. It was most of the way set up. So we'll have to see if I can get it back to where it belongs. And now that these shelves are in here, I can push it up against the shelves as well so that it is in the right spot. Actually, even though it did shift a little bit, it's still sticking really well. So we've got the shelves in there. And those shelves aren't actually shelves. I believe drawers are going to go in there. And so we take back the shorter back here. And you can see there are slots in there. And we want the smooth edge at the top. These slots are going to line up with our shelves. Like that. So let me put glue in the applicable locations along the back and then in each of these slots. And that way the desk, once it's done, will hold together really well. That's, I didn't even mention that this is, I think it's Moomin Papa's desk. Let's see. Yeah, Moomin Papa's desk. All I said was, I just started building furniture. I didn't say what it was. Shame on me. That goes on the back. Yeah. I got confused as to where it actually is going to go. This is where it's going to get a little bit interesting because it's got to go in there, holding the shelves apart. It's not going on the bottom one here. I'm actually sliding it down. And against this back leg. A little bit of excess glue here on the back. Coming off my thumb. There. On there like that. There's the problem. Yeah. Okay, let me redo glue because I just put the legs, the back on backwards. I knew it looked odd, but I wasn't sure what it was. But it needs to go this way instead. Come on. There we go. Now what I did was I had this part down here by the foot. So that's the way it's supposed to go. The white on the back of the desk might not matter that much. The white on the top of the desk is going to irritate me if I don't fix it. So we take this other one and this other backing piece and the last two legs. Let me just see. It's going to go on here like this. It's going to go on there. The legs are going to go on there like that. I think. Hang on. Oh, never mind. Yeah. I'm trying to put it on the wrong side. It's going to go on this side. So what they want you to do is to take the two leg pieces. Come on, don't dry out on me. So you want to put some glue on either edge like this. On the sides. It does not say to okay. It doesn't say to put glue on the grooves yet, so I'm not doing that. But what you need to do is align the legs with the top edge like this. You want them to be even with the side here. This side they're actually going to stick up a little bit from. And then wood glue to attach the panel to the legs. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue down. And what we're going to do to make it a little bit easier, it's going to be a pain no matter what I do. We're going to put the glue on the side here. Based on how the back went on, it could be a little bit tricky to get this to go in place because of the shelves. So I'm putting some glue in here. Hopefully it'll just slide on because it can't slide back or forth. It has to just slide straight on like this. Hopefully, like I said, it will just go without a fight. Of course, it's not going to. And these legs are popping off anyway, so what we're going to do, or what I've already done, is I've pulled the legs off. We're going to slide this into place like that. Then we're going to reapply glue back here. Oops, not on the back. Reapply the glue on the sides here. Why does it look like there? And we're going to put the leg on upside down. Put the leg back on here. Make it even with the top. This is actually a quicker, easier, much easier way to do this. Put the side panel on, then apply the glue and put the legs on. I've got glue spots on the face here. Those will get sanded or something. I will make them go away. Just scratching on them with my thumbnails, taking them off. And we got to make sure that we are in the groove there. Interesting. That middle shelf is not playing nice. It appears that the middle shelf did not go all the way down. And so it's kind of playing havoc with where this leg can fit. It's either going to be a little gap at the top or at the bottom. You can see there a little bit of gap down here. That should, and it does, stand upright. So the next thing we do is we take the cross member here, and you got two pieces, you got two tabs on here. Got one that's in the middle, one that's at the top. The one that's in the middle will go into this cross member, crossbar, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to put glue on either side of the tab. Stick this in here. It is in the center, so it should just push on really easily, just like that. And then that other tab that goes on the top here, is going to go into that slot right there. And it will be towards the top. So we'll put some glue on here. And we'll slide this into place. Hopefully it will go without fighting too much. There we go. Slide that into place like that. Left side attached, left panel from step 12. Okay. There is a groove here that goes down. Let me clean the pin vise off. We're going to attach these two legs. This is about the time that I look over and find out that I'm not recording or audio is not going or something. No, everything's going good. But that would be the time that I look at it and go, well, there you go. It doesn't say it in the instructions, but these legs are a little bit thicker than the panel. So I'm putting it to where it's flush on towards the inside. Come on. And it's not playing nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece, and then we'll do the legs. How this goes on here is you got the glue in the groove there. You put the groove here, lining it up front and back. Once the legs are on there, once the legs are glued, it's going to be a little bit different story here, because I can glue them when I put them back on, I can glue them in there and set it upright so that it'll then stay in place. This cross member attaches to the legs. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second here. Put some glue on here. Stand the desk upright. Find the side that has glue on it, which there isn't one that you can really see. Set the leg in place like that. And then stand it on the leg. Okay. Like that. And we'll do the same thing over here. These little intricate pieces like this are part of what makes this build a really good build, because there's a lot of little bitty stuff that you're doing. It's not like some artworks where they provided you 1,000 windows to make it feel like you were doing something. What I'm doing right now is making sure that the cross member, God bless it. Trying to make sure that the cross member and the legs will line up. What I'm talking about is I want right now the cross member is only matching up with one leg. And it's crooked. This is one of those times that I almost want to use super glue here. Just twist it a little bit. I got to be careful because I don't want to snap anything. We'll let that cure a little bit and hopefully it'll work out. This is the back piece of the, so this is the back piece of the desktop here. Not actually the desktop, the underside of, I guess, the what we would look at as a keyboard drawer these days. Or where the center drawer would go on an older desk. I don't know that it's going to have a center drawer. So we're going to slide this in here where it goes. Might have been better to do that before we put that leg on. So got that in there like that. And then these pieces are going to go on the sides between the they're going to cover the, looking at this, so the long ones are going to go on this side, the short ones I guess on the other side. Oh no, the short ones are going to go here on the back. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut these loose. And it does say in the instructions this time that you don't have to paint anywhere that you can. It's interior to this because that's where the drawers are going to be. Paint from the paint pen earlier, paint pen and the Humbrol paint is a little bit tacky still. So let me get these sanded down. More glue. So like I said, these two are going to go to the side here. A smart man would put the white side down because it's the side that doesn't accept the paint. Nobody could ever accuse me of being that smart. Could almost just leave this unpainted and white. But then anywhere you get excess glue on the outside, because it's yellow, you can see it. And I think that actually might be why they did everything, did surfaces in the white, so that if you don't paint it, it still looks finished. They do that in other builds, like the Millennium Falcon has painting instructions, but it is pre-painted, so you don't have to paint it if you don't want. So there's that one. And we'll do the two in the back. Last one, and then we'll put the desktop on. It's kind of funny because these legs do not stick out near as far as the trim pieces here. I think they expected them to stick out a little bit further than they do, but I have them down as far as I could get them. So there's one side. That's what it is. It's straight. It's just the leg looks a little bit different. There's the next side. There's the front, all four sides of the desk. And the last thing it says before painting is to glue the desktop on. And to do that, just run some glue around the top pieces. Like this. Just like that. And then you have on here an outline of how the desk should go on here to help you line it up. So I'm going to line up the corners. That's pretty much lined up. I'm kind of having to line up the front side more than the back side. So there, got the desktop on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, let this set up a little bit, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to paint this thing. So let me pause here and we'll be back. Okay, so it looks not too bad. That is actually just paint pen. You see the brush marks from the paint pen, but it is so much better than, so this is a second coat, this is a single coat. Just did this single coat and you can see I touched it. It dries pretty quickly, but it doesn't look awful. It doesn't look terrible. So I'm going to use paint pen, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here because we've got some drawers that we build in the next issue. So I'm going to end this video here. Off screen, I'm going to go ahead and repaint this with the Humbrol, or I may try just a craft paint, because craft paint isn't bad when it's got, it just does, it sucks on that white stuff. But now I'll try it, try a couple of things. Leather belt, huh? Maybe I'll do some, yeah. Maybe I'll use the Vallejo paint here. I have all kinds of different paints. Let's see, what is this? Sorry. Black brown. Actually, that's a little bit dark. But I'll figure out some color paint that I'm going to paint over top of this, because like I said, on these three patches here, this one, and this one, where I painted paint over top of the paint marker, it actually came out really good. This last one here is just a Sharpie. So like I said, I'm going to end this here. I will do some work on it off screen between videos, and I'll show the result when I do the drawers for this desk. That being said, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you spending almost 40 minutes with me. Leave a comment. I respond to all comments, or I try to. Some comments people leave that there's no response to, but I will respond to any comment you ask. I've also got an email. It is in the description. It is buckmansmodelmania@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll respond. It may take me a couple of days, but I will get back to you. With that, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video or stream.
Buckman's Model Mania, hard work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Buckman's Model Mania, hard work models, plastic modeling.